Welcome to this channel, and in this video we are going to have a peaceful journey across West Africa, and this journey begins from the Gambia straight to the other side, the eastern part of West Africa. That's Togo. That's the final destination. So we are going to have exclusive scenes from all the airports that we'll be landing, we'll be taking off, and all the checks that we pass through before we go to our final destination. So this is the map of West Africa, and we are going to take off from the far west to the eastern part of West Africa. So our journey will begin from Banjul International Airport. Then our next stopover will be at Sierra Leone at Lungi International Airport. And Lungi International Airport is a sightseeing when you are landing there, because we have a lot of rivers to your view, provided you got the opportunity to sit by the window side. Then from Lungi International Airport we come straight to Kotoka International Airport. Kotoka International Airport is located in Ghana, Accra. From Kotoka International Airport, then the plane's final destination will be at Lomé. I think this word is in French. It's hard for me to say, but I'll try my best. So I report the Lomé at the same way. Sorry if I mention it wrongly. So from there, those people going to Nigeria, you get another flight. So as early as 4 a.m. our journey begins. So from the house, at least you have to wake up before 4 because you have to do your preparations. Then we drive all the way from wherever you are in Gambia to the Banjul International Airport. So we'll pass through the streets of Banjul, Serekunda, then Coastal Road, then towards the airport. So within 15 minutes from my location, we're already at the Banjul International Airport. So it was early morning, and you meet the security presence there. They will ask few questions before they will allow you to enter. So from the main entrance to the terminal is like almost 5 minutes drive. It's quite a distance though. At this point, we are about to park our car. And one funny and one interesting thing is, the moment you get to the airport at this time, you get people to carry your bags in case you're having a load with you. So I was fortunate to meet one guy, and he carried my bag straight ahead towards the immigration. Then that was his final point. So from the immigration, you will go through all the checks and everything. From the immigration, you have to go to the waiting area, and you wait for the aeroplane preparation and everything to begin. And it's quite unfortunate, you have to use the bus from the waiting area to where the aeroplane is located. It's not like the other airports that will be going later on, but most of these airports are found around the world, so it's not only here in the Gambia. This video is not a paid video. Nobody paid me for advertising any airline, any telecommunication network, anything. Even the airlines and all those companies doesn't know that I'm doing this. And the purpose of this channel is to promote Africa. So in my own small way, Accra Airline is one of the companies or airline companies that is really helping moving people along the West Africa sub-region here. So I really appreciate it. That's why doing this for them. Okay, so the luggage vehicle is leaving the scene. It means that all our luggages that we logged in there have all been packed in the plane by this time. So as it's leaving, the last batch of passengers for this particular airline or for this particular trip are coming, and you can see that there are few of them in the bus right now. So we'll be in the queue and we'll gradually proceed to the steps as we board the plane. So right now we are inside the plane.
As we demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft, mesdames et messieurs, nous vous demandons quelques instants d'attention afin de suivre les démonstrations de sécurité. Attachez votre ceinture de sécurité chaque fois que le consigne de sécurité est levé. Vous pouvez attacher, serrer et ouvrir la ceinture comme montré par l'équipage. Nous vous recommandons de le maintenir attaché.
So fortunately for me, the exact place that I wanted to sit was what the agent gave me on top of the wings in order to get my capturing of this particular video. So within 5 minutes we were in the skies. Every place was dark. Based on the time zone that we are in, around the other parts of Gambia, West Africa, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, and all those places that are within the same time zone, we're having light by now. The pitch is around 6:05 or 6:10. So we're gradually going towards the east, and we're approaching the sun. So you could see that the light was not there initially. So as we were flying towards the east, we were also seeing the light, and finally the sun was up and it was shining, and you can even see the ground there. The flight from Gambia to Sierra Leone, Lungi International Airport, is approximately 1 hour 5 minutes. So after 30 minutes of flight, we were above over 39 kilometers above sea level. So as you can see, we are still going. At this point, all the necessary information that you need about the flight will be given. Whilst, and another thing that you have to know is only 2 languages that they speak here in this particular plane is the Anglophone countries and the Francophone countries. It means French and English. That's the only two languages that they are speaking in the plane. I don't know of the other airlines, but so far this is the one that I've joined. Almost 25 minutes into landing, we were prompted that we are landing at Lungi International Airport. So you can see the plane is turning towards the south according to where the sun is located. So you could even see down there that we have the river down there and all that. So it means that we were close to landing at Lungi International Airport. So it was a nice sight scene from where I was sitting, because I was basically seeing everything that was down there. And so I thought everything was okay, but later on I realized that the clouds that was down there as we're going down were too much. So I realized that probably there will be rains in Lungi International Airport. So let's okay. So as you can see now, the clouds there are heavy, and it means that we have to pass through these clouds before we land, and it's going to be bumpy, because so this is the only thing that mostly shakes the airplane when entering the clouds down or moving upward. So as you can see, the flaps have begun moving. On our next flight, I think we have to do a little bit basic understanding of how these planes fly, how they go up, the lift, the drag, and all those mechanism that goes into how planes fly. I think on our next flight, that's what we will do basically. So the moment this flap starts moving, it means that the speed of the plane is being reduced. So technically, that's what is being done right now. So the speed is reduced, and in a few minutes you will see the other side coming down. So let's keep enjoying the scenes down there. So we are almost down. We are landing. In a few minutes we'll go down. So as I said, the clouds here were heavy, so I was expecting rains down there. So let's see if my prediction works. So the flaps are being extended downwards. It means that the plane is really landing. So you see the wings are not as the same as it was before. And now we are totally blind. We can't see anything because we are in the clouds. So when you are in the clouds, it looks like you are in some kind of smoke environment. When you are driving and you got to a smoke environment of a fog, that's how it looks like. So if you've not had that experience, basically that's how it looks like. So if you get down, maybe if you might not even see it if you are flying in these desert areas and all that, but the place that we're flying were all tropical rainforest areas and all that. So basically you're going to see a lot of rains around, and it's a rainy season too, so you will see all these things. So as you can see, the flaps are already down, and in few minutes it will be landing. You can see farmers there, we can see fishermen in those river body that we see around there. So it means that we are almost down. Houses, small cottages, farmlands, all those things were visible now. It's not like as before that we were seeing them all together. So gradually we are going down, and now roofing sheets are visible, human beings are visible, we can even see people walking, and the road network are all visible now. So we are about 5 meters, 10 meters, 3, 2, 1, push, we will land. And the moment we land, yes, the other side of the flaps will open for air to pass through, so that the plane will have everything that it needs to stop. So the brakes is part of the braking system and all that. I know, based on my small knowledge about aerodynamics, I know these are all part of the braking system, and even so now we've landed at Lungi International Airport, that's Freetown, and we are landing here purposely because other people are getting down, and those people who will be getting down, another set of people are also coming on board. And the people who coming on board, some people are transiting in Ghana because maybe they are going to Europe. Maybe some are even going to Asia, and they will definitely have to go to bigger international airports before they can get this flight to these destinations. So they are doing transit. Most people are doing transit in Ghana, others too are doing their transit in maybe Lagos, depending on where they are going. So basically that's that. And as I predicted, it had rained here in Sierra Leone. It had rained here in Freetown. Lungi International Airport was also having rain, so you can see it from the ground there. So anytime you see heavy clouds, it means that there is a rain going on down there. It depends. It's not always concrete. So I had to see my face more. So the people here are going down. Those people with their final destination here in Sierra Leone, they are getting down, and in few minutes you'll see the bus coming up again with another set of passengers joining us, because this wasn't my final destination. Obviously I'm going ahead. So after a few minutes, almost 15 minutes, 20 minutes, we're setting off again. So as you can see, the flaps are high, are quite bigger than as we are in flights. Before the plane will move, this is what happens. You have to go and start from somewhere, get all the speed that it needs, because there are 4 forces that takes place. We have the lift, the thrust, the drag, then the weight. So before the plane will go up, it needs everything that it needs. That's the reason why the engine is there, to give it the thrust. So once it's moving forward, something is supposed to be bringing it back. That's the drag. So we are passing through air. So in order to pass through the air successfully, that's why the rings are there, for it to glide through the air. And we have the lift. So another thing that the ring supports the lift is because the wings will hold the plane upwards, and we have the weight. Force of gravity is always on us, and me sitting in the plane and my goods and my bag sitting in the plane means that the plane is supposed to come down. So everything that's going on there is supposed to match exactly as it is. So we can't put this wing on a bigger plane, because if you put these small wings on a very big plane, it's not going to match. So the wings have been calibrated in order to carry this particular plane and 8 passengers. So if the plane is supposed to pick more than 200 passengers, it corresponds to the wings that and the engines that is supplied to it. So you can put smaller engine on a bigger Boeing plane. So that's the basic of flight mechanism and everything about flying. So this is the basics. That's my basic knowledge. Maybe there might be more. So come into the comment section and then let's have a conversation. Maybe you'll be teaching me more about aerodynamics and everything, and you might be giving information to other people. So now we are going towards, we've moved away from Lungi International Airport towards the eastern part of West Africa. So we are going towards Liberia. So we are moving from Sierra Leone. From Sierra Leone we go to Liberia airspace, then we go to the Ivorian airspace, and from Sierra Leone to Ghana, which is Accra, it's going to take us 2 hours and 10 minutes. So it means that it's quite a distance to cover. So they have to make sure that we are comfortable in the plane, and this is the comfortability that I was talking about. So at this point we are about 41 kilometers above sea level, and they started serving us with this. Initially I thought, what is this? I need food to eat, but basically you get satisfied. It was nice. I really recommend ASCII airline for the breakfast. It's very cool. And we were still gliding through the air, going towards the eastern part of West Africa. If you don't know where West Africa is located at the western part of Africa. So the African continent is vast, and from just the western part of to the other side alone is a journey on its own. And even this journey is not even from Dakar, or from Dakar to maybe Cameroon or Nigeria. This is just from one middle part of West Africa. So you can see cities along the journey. If the clouds are clear, if there is no heavy clouds, you will see cities, towns, villages here and there. This particular place, I think, based on my assumption, I think it was around Cote d'Ivoire, the Ivorian airspace. So here you can see that we are going down. So as we are going down, the cloud, some part of it are heavy, others are also lighter. So you can see the lighter clouds up there, and you can see the heavy parts down there. So that's basics about this ones too. I don't really have a lot of knowledge about how these clouds are formed and all that, but this part, I think we are about 35 kilometers above sea level, because we were coming down towards Ghana, and that's that. As I was talking about Africa is vast, it's very broad, and we have untapped resources. So when we were flying through just West Africa, there are only few places that you see land being used to its maximum. Very few places. Small towns, they will just have few farms around it. Maybe villages, they will have farms around it, and all these untapped resources are still available for any development, any investors that wants to come into the continent to do their investments. So as you can see the flaps going up, it means that we are nearing landing to Ghana or Kotoka International Airport. And the land in Africa, about 90% of it, it's really more than 90%. Okay, yeah, the Sahara Desert is part of it. So I'll take the Sahara Desert, but the arable ones that we have along the West Africa, Eastern Africa, Central Africa Republic, and all those places, even the Northern Africa do have farmlands and all that. And you can also come with, we have the sun scorching 365 depending on the year, 366 depending on the year, leap year or not leap year. The sun scorch almost every single day. So if you want to have investment in terms of solar energy and all those things, is available for you. So now we are around the Kwame Mountains. Here I know that this is Ghana. I know that this is the Kwame mountainous areas, and we are turning towards Accra. Yes. So basically we are in the Greater Accra region as at this time, because we are in the clouds and we can't see anything. The moment we go out of the clouds downwards, then it means that we are nearing landing. So we are gradually going down. Yes, so we are in Accra. In few minutes time we will be landing. Our flaps are completely down. It means that our engines speed is down too as well. I can see streets that I know, roads that I know, and in a few moments you will see the motorway. Yes, according to my map, you're supposed to see the motorway very soon. So Africa is not what people think it is. Africa have a lot of resources. All these places that you see here in Accra are industries, big offices, nice estate buildings here and there. So you can visit one way or the other once in a while, just to have a feel of it. Okay, so this is the motorway from Accra to Tema, and that's the industrial area. I can see Palace Mall there. So basically, and I can see some residential areas here. It means that we are almost landing. So right now, in few meters, we will be landing at Kotoka International Airport. So 3, 2, 1, landing on Kotoka International Airport. Okay, so I think this will be our destination, but before we end this video, let's see how Kotoka International Airport handles this the arrival, and how the COVID-19 protocols are being observed here and all that. So we've touched down. All our flaps are up. The ones that's supposed to be up is up. The ones that's supposed to be down is down, and our plane is fully braked. Thank you, Askey Airline, for bringing me from Gambia to Accra. Maybe my return ticket is also here with you, so obviously. So this is the airport, and we have a very nice airport here in Accra. Accra is not like other places though. the Kotoka International Airport is not like other places. You are not going to touch down. You are going to use the bridge to get into the airport. So we have Ethiopia airline there. So in case I'm going to Ethiopia, that's what definitely I'm going to take. So we are being greeted by our bridge up there. So it's going to join the plane, and those of us who will be getting down here in Accra will get down, and those who will be continuing their journey to Lomé, that's the final destination, and those people who will be going to Nigeria and other places will also take a different plane. Okay, so now I'm down. Your boarding pass is going to be checked again by this nice lady here. So I showed her my own and I just passed. If you don't have it, it means that you didn't pay for the plane ticket before boarding the plane. Obviously everybody on the plane is having a boarding pass, so everybody just passed, even those on transit. So if you get to Kotoka, whilst you are landing, whilst you are going to the airport, you'll be asked, if you are transiting, you'll be asked to go to the left. If you are if Kotoka is your final destination, you'll be asked to go to the right to take your COVID test and pass through the immigration, and then you go home. So now you are being directed towards the COVID center. And I didn't tell you this. I decided to have an experience about this device that they have at the airport. So I decided not to fill the form. There was supposed to be a form that you will fill before even landing at the airport. So this gentleman there will just tell you, if you fill the form, no, he will ask you to go and fill it there. And if you didn't fill it too, if you didn't fill it, they will ask you to go and fill it. If you filled it too on your phone, they will just ask you to go towards the bank and go and pay your $50 if you are from West Africa, and if you are from an international European and other places, then you have to pay $100. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. But for the $50, I paid the $50, so I'm sure of it. So this is the form, and this is the URL for you to fill your form in case you're coming to Kotoka. So we have the /hdf.org/ADF. So that's the URL. So I decided to fill the form here instead of using my phone to do it. So that's the measures that Kotoka have put in place in terms of COVID-19 protocols and all that. So after filling the form, you go to the bank there, then you go and make your payment of $50. Then you proceed to the immigration. Then if you are safe, you'll be allowed to go home. If you are not safe, I think they will quarantine you, obviously. So I'm done with the COVID test now. Now I'm going towards the immigration. And at the immigration, as it is being done at any other airport, you have to fill your immigration form, what you are coming to do in the country. And this place, we have a very nice place to also fill, so we have plenty of the forms there. So this gentleman there is taking his results, then afterwards then go to the immigration. Then thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the videos.